Hello, hello. I'm going to show you a comment and then we're going to talk about it. I just wanted to preface this with saying this is nothing about this person in particular. I've been getting a lot of these type of comments recently, so I wanted to just explain a little bit further my thoughts on it and my plan for it. So I'm going to show you the comments so you can kind of get a gist of what we're going into here. So again, this is nothing to that person in particular, because I know that there's people who have said something like that mean well, and then there's those who are just annoyed. So I kind of wanted to speak to both sides here and have this video available so that I can put it in the description of any political videos so that you have somewhere to go to have a deeper understanding of why I'm doing what I'm doing. I did come out with a video not too long ago explaining my mission here, so this is going to be a little bit similar in theory. So if you haven't seen that one, I encourage you to watch that as well. Okay. Politics is not something that I'm like, yes, I get to go on the internet and piss a bunch of people off about politics. When I do politic related readings, it's never to give my bias or to pick a side, and that's not why I'm doing them. I know that people have said, well, why are you focusing on Trump readings? Why do you keep having Trump readings? Why not Biden readings? Because Biden is the distraction. And I've kind of mentioned this, but my abilities allow me to kind of see my mission from the end, looking back. And a lot of this wasn't making sense until I kind of put it together all recently. But to put a long story short, politics is a big part of my mission, and it's not to get you to pick a side. It's not to show you what I believe in or tell you what you should believe in. And I think that the amount of comments that I got saying don't do politics is proof of what I'm about to say. Politics has become so heightened because it highlights a division. The point is to divide. That's why there is not one party. That's why they're trying to jump from a division in one country straight into the funnel of one world government, because there's too many steps in between that would allow people to see through the seams of what's going on, and that there shouldn't be as much division as there is. When I do political readings, it's not to pick on anyone. And it's not even to show you who you should or should not support. It's not. It's just to show you this is what is going on. And this is why it should be important to you. I'm trying to slowly zoom in to get you to see what I feel is going to be very important in your personal life based off of what is going on amongst those who make the decisions for us on a daily basis. It's important. And it can't be ignored. As much as I would love to ignore it, because trust me, every time I have to get on here and mention politics, I don't know if you can see it in my face, but I know that some of you can because you pointed it out. I don't want to be doing it. I don't want to be talking about it. I know how heated and, it's made to be that way so that you don't even scratch beyond the surface. Because if you're right off the bat, it's a video about this person, she's talking about this person, I'm mad. You're not going to get the value of what I'm trying to show you in the video, giving you a peek as to what I believe is happening behind the scenes that is important in your life or will be soon. Politics are made to be heated that way so that it's too hard for people to converse back and forth about them because it's instantly heated. I can make a promise to you that I will try my very best to never put my own thoughts and feelings into any political related topic when it comes to what I feel as though you should believe. My goal is to point out what you should be focusing on and why it's important, or why it will soon be important. So I do appreciate those who are looking out, telling me to avoid politics, and trust me, I wish I could. I wish I could. If you would tell the me from 5 years ago that I would be filming myself on YouTube for thousands of people doing tarot readings about politics, I would have laughed in your face, because there's just no way. This is part of my mission that I cannot ignore, and I'll tell you why. They make it so heated on the surface so that we don't look beyond the surface. That's for a purpose, and that is because the whole political arena is meant to be very hostile, because it's covering up for something that is going on behind the scenes that cannot go on unexposed. I feel as though part of my mission is to help give people a chance to make your own decisions based off of the actual truth. Allegedly my opinion, but what I believe is the truth. People have made comments about why I'm doing validation videos. I understand how that may look as though I'm saying, oh, look at me, and it's not, but I understand how it may look like that if you've only seen a video or two of mine and then you see a bunch of those. That is important because in those validation videos, I am setting everything up in a very specific way, because when I'm asking the questions, I'm asking them in a way that allows you to see how the answer came. So I'll say 2 rows of 3 or this or that. And then you can see how that matches up with any information that came out to validate that. That's not to say, oh, look how good I'm doing. I've never asked to like or comment or subscribe. That is to show you, look, this is what the energy told us together, and this is how it was validated. So you can then take that example and see how that can be used in your life to read situations and to make sense of this blueprint, this energetic obstacle course that our consciousness goes on in order to earn our permanent individuality, separated from the ocean, but in our own individual submarines. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, watch my video, The Blueprint. So a couple things here. One, I appreciate everyone looking out. I would love to avoid politics, I really would. And again, as I said in other videos, I'm not here to gain a following. So if I end up losing a bunch of subscribers because of the politic videos, then that's gonna have to be what it is, because I can't avoid that part of my mission and still show you the entirety of what I'm trying to show you. I'm not going to tell you what you should believe, but please know that if I'm focusing on something, over focusing on something else, it's for a reason. And in this example, I've done a couple readings on Trump, and I'm going to show you again soon another video of how things are kind of unfolding, I believe. And that's not to say don't focus on Biden, focus on Trump. But it is to say energetically, that's what I'm focusing on right now, because that is the distraction. So I'm not going to sit here and focus on the distraction, because that allows it to be a further distraction. I'm trying to show you what I feel like needs to be focused on. And that's not to say you should like Trump or not like Trump. Trump has actually been a little bit of a pivotal proving point to me of my gifts, because when Trump was in the running for president, and this is a perfect example to sum up kind of what I'm saying with politics, okay? I'm not saying anyone's political affiliations. Before Trump was elected, when he was just announcing his running, when everyone thought that I was already going crazy anyway, so I just started saying everything that was on my mind, because I'm like, everyone thinks I'm crazy, so if I have a premonition, I'm just say it and see if I'm right later. Everybody hated this, but a lot of stuff that I said turned out to be right, and that's not to toot my own horn. Again, this is not about me, it's to prove the blueprint. And if you look back through my videos, you'll be able to clearly see that that was my plan the entire time. Before I had a following, before I knew I would get a following, when I thought that that wasn't part of it. I just thought I was supposed to post videos that were going to be checked later in time to prove that I wasn't all the way crazy. But here we are. So I totally lost my train of thought. Hold on. Okay. So if you look back through my videos, you'll see that that was my purpose the whole time. Even as I didn't all the way understand how it was unfolding, that's what was unfolding. It's never been about me. It's about to teach you how you can also read the energy to uncover the blueprint that is the obstacle course that all of our souls are on. And I'm just trying to help you get through that. Before Trump was even elected, when he was still in the running, around the time, probably a little bit after he announced his running, and then there was like a little bit of pushback, and it was like, aha, he'll never be president around that time. And again, let me just paint the scene for you. Everybody already thinks I'm crazy. I told my parents that Trump was going to be impeached. And of course, nobody listened to anything that I had to say. And turns out, and this isn't a big thing because it was just like in passing in conversation, I said, he's going to be impeached though. And they're like, he's not even going to win. There's no way he's going to win. Turns out this man was impeached twice. So he's been like a signpost for me to realize what's unfolding in the world. It's been, things will come to me and then that will be the confirmation of it. So this isn't to say anti-Trump or pro-Trump. And if you're looking for that, you're, one, not going to find it here because that's not what I'm here for. And two, I can't choose a side and present that to you and still fulfill my mission. My mission is to present you with, this is what's happening. This is why it should be important to you. This is where it may fit in your timeline in your personal life. And you make your own decision about how to feel about it. I can't avoid politics altogether, but that is what I can do. Because I have to present this information in order to fulfill what I'm trying to fulfill, which is to prove to you the accuracy of the blueprint. And the only way I can do that is to lay it absolutely all on the table. So I do appreciate those who are just looking out, those who are trying to tell me what to do and what I can and can't do. I'm a neurodivergent Capricorn, so good luck. That's my mission. I always kind of was picking up bits and pieces of it, but now I understand it a lot more fully, that I can really explain it to you in this way. So again, trust me, I would love to avoid politics. And while I do understand that there's going to be people that are going to leave because of it, there's nothing I can do about that. I can't let that stop me from what I have to do. And that is not to tell you what to believe or what to think. It's not at all. If you've been here for longer than 10 minutes, you probably have picked up on that. And honestly, and this isn't to be rude, but again, I'm blunt, and this is going to be blunt. If you're someone who sees a picture of someone and the words tarot reading and instantly get mad before even listening to what I have to say, and if you automatically think because it's a political reading, it has to be this way or that way, and you can't see that what I'm trying to do is just present, this is what's happening, you can feel however you want about it. If you're not able to look at it in that way, you're not going to be able to comprehend the other information that I'm providing anyway. So, and I hope that once you're able to, you come back, because you'll be welcomed with open arms, but I'm not going to water down my mission for anybody's feelings. I can't. I've worked really hard over so many years to put all the pieces together of this puzzle that's in my mind, and if you look back at my very first readings, I described that very puzzle, and I'm very close to being able to fully unveil it piece by piece so that it can be understood. For example, just yesterday, someone commented on my alien reading saying, "You lost me at the UFOs." And I understand that. But then not even a few hours later, a UFO supposedly landed in someone's backyard in Las Vegas, Nevada. So all I'm saying is, I promise you this. I will not tell you what to believe. I will keep my own political bias out of it, and I will present you with just what I am seeing. I will focus on what I feel is most important in the time that I have to be able to give you this information. I will focus on what I feel is most important to give you first and foremost out of those things. That may mean that I make 3 Trump videos before I make a Biden video, but if that's the case, then right now Biden is a distraction, and what you need to be focusing on is something bigger. And I hope that we can all be mature adults and be able to see that we've been pushed towards being so hostile about politics so that we don't dig deeper. And that's because, allegedly my opinion, if you dig deeper, there's something to see.